Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Christmas is right around the corner, so your girl is back at it again for 2023 Christmas gift guide for him, all the way from teenage boys to grown men. I have a lot of guys in my life, so I'd love to share my gift guide with you. This year I am doing a kind of mixture of gifts that I noticed that are on trend for this year, like a lot of guys have been asking for, mixed with my usual affordable ideas. As always, your girl is bougie on a budget, so I love to come up with affordable ideas for gift giving, but I don't want to chat too long. Let's just get right into it. I kind of broke it into categories this year, so we're going to jump right into the first one. Started off with fashion. I have a robe or house coat, whatever you want to call it, but I really think that's a good idea for a lot of older guys. Maybe the teenage boys might like it as well, but I definitely think anyone in their 20s and up would appreciate like a house coat, a robe, or something that they can lounge around in. Next in this category is sports team apparel or merch of like maybe someone they listen to, but I kind of focus on sports because I know a lot of guys keep up with a lot of different sports. So whether it's like a t-shirt or a hat or actual jersey, whatever is in your budget, that would definitely be a good idea. Next up in this category is a sweat set or tracksuit, whatever you want to call it, but the matching sweatpants and the sweater. A lot of the guys are loving the Nike one, especially the gray one. Whatever guy you're shopping for, just go off of their personal taste, but that is really popular right now. Next, I have socks. I'm going to throw in underwear with that, socks and underwear. I know some of them don't like it, but I think most men love socks and underwear, and I think even teenagers at this point, it's because they don't have to think about it. It just gets re-up every year and they get given it. And I would say Nike socks, actually, that's kind of like the hot one on like style right now, but again, personal preference of whoever you're shopping for. And last in this category, I have shoes. I didn't write a certain one because there's all different type of shoes on style right now, so it's whatever style the guy that you're shopping for likes to wear. So usually the teenagers, they're loving more sneakers, but some of the older men maybe like a more of a classic dress shoe, but I think they do really appreciate when you pick up a pair of shoes that they've been wanting. So moving on to the category lifestyle. This is just kind of a category that has a couple different things in it. So starting off, I have books or a Kindle. Maybe the younger guys might not appreciate the books as much, but I definitely think the older guys will. Or if you do have a son who's really interested in certain topics, they may even appreciate some books. I do think that's a really good gift because sometimes books can be a little pricey. So if you're buying it for them, they don't have to go buy it for themselves. Next up, I have a water bottle or cup, depending on how they like to drink their drinks. But I really think that water bottles and cups are nice to get at Christmas time. Again, it kind of takes the thought process out of it for themselves. They can just get it given to them and they usually end up using it. Next one is a subscription service. So paying for a whole year of a subscription service for them, whether that be like a entertainment service, so Netflix or Disney Plus or even ESPN, or a sports service for them, or even just a music service like Apple Music or Spotify. I think that's a really good gift as well. Next up in this category is LED lights or some type of lighting. A lot of the guys are loving putting LED lights in their room or even in their gaming setup or their sports setup or wherever they like to chill and relax. It just gives a whole vibe. So giving them those, I think, helps towards like their decoration. But there's so many different versions of LED lights. You can do the strips or even like the actual lamps, and they produce different light colors and flows, or even the lights that go inside of the computers. Look into it, see what your guy might like, but it's a good idea. Next up is a record player / vinyls. I would say just vinyls if they already have a record player, but if they don't have a record player, they kind of need the record player to play the vinyls. But I think that's a really interesting, like, more specific type of gift. So it's really about if you know the guy, if you know he's into music like that. I think it's really heartfelt. It's not just like a random typical men gift, but it's really like knowing them intimately and knowing that they would like this, because it can be a little bit more money. Next, I have a massage gun. I feel like everyone would love a massage gun, but whether they work out or if they just have tough days and their body like gets achy and sore, massage guns are really nice, and they range from different prices. So you really could get those on a more affordable end, or you can go a bit more high end and get more of a luxurious one. Next, I have a sun lamp. I think everyone would love a sun lamp, but if you are somewhere located in a more colder, gloomier weather type of location, I think a sun lamp is really nice to get at Christmas time because it can help boost mood and just is a vibe when it's plugged in, the way it makes the light on the wall. I do think that this can work for a lot of guys, but again, personal taste of who you're shopping for. Going back to muscle aches, I think a chair back massager is a really good gift for like maybe the older guys Maybe some of the younger kids will love it too, but I think my dad would definitely love that. It's like the things you put on your chair and it massages your back. It's like having a massage chair at home. And they range from a couple different prices as well. You can go more bigger and high end, or just like there's smaller ones you can get on Amazon. In this category, I have collectibles, depending on what they collect. Some people collect little action figures, some people collect the cars, some people collect the little pops. Whatever they collect, if they have something they like to collect, maybe do a little bit of research on what they've been looking for to see if you can find it and get it for them so it can add to their collection. And then my last in this category is actually health supplements or vitamins or like protein powders, stuff that they use daily for their health, whether they're a fitness person or they just have certain things they take. They can be a little expensive, so getting them gifted to them, it helps them, and I think they'll really appreciate it. Next category, which is my favorite, is hygiene. So for this category, I have some beard care. If your guy in your life has a beard, whether they're a teenager because they've grown beards now, or they're an older man, I think beard care is really nice. Some of them don't even realize they need it, but I feel like once you get it for them, they fall in love with it. So there's a couple different sets you can get out there. I do like some of the products from Shea Moisture, so check them out. I'll have things linked down below for you, of course, like I said, but beard care is like my number one thing I like to get guys in my life if they have a beard. Next, I have skincare. Some of the guys are a little thrown off by skincare. They don't know where to start. They don't know what to buy. So if you can buy it for them, then it kind of helps them. And I think it's a really good gift because it can just better them. But there's a lot of different options out there, a lot of different products. I'm going to list a couple down that I recommend just as beginner skincare. But if they do have like a certain problem with their skin, like if they have acne because they're younger, or if they're older and they have some, I don't know, discoloration or wrinkles they want to kind of get rid of, look into certain products that could help with that. Next, I have electric razor. I feel like this is a good one for all ages, unless they're like younger, like 10, but this is more for teenagers and up. When they start getting the facial hair or body hair, getting like a body razor or a facial hair razor, like the electric ones, it helps them just groom. So the younger guys love it, and then the older guys love it too because they usually need to get a new one anyways. Lastly, in this category, I have cologne. There's a lot of different brands you can get out there. You can get some high-end name ones, or you can check out some of your local stores to see if find any colognes on sale, especially around the holidays. They tend to do that pretty often. Check out Sephora. I do like Dossier, I don't know how you say it, but they do a lot of remakes of popular brand colognes. So they smell very similar. They do colognes and perfumes for women, but they smell very similar. So definitely check them out if they're looking for a certain cologne, but they're a little pricey. You can check them out and see if they have their version of it. Moving along to technology, I have a couple items in this category. First up, I have a gaming headset. So whether they play PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, gaming headsets are really useful, especially if you are constantly hearing the game. It helps you out because you don't have to keep hearing it. But I think a lot of guys who play games in general, they love the gaming headset. So if you can upgrade one if they have already had them, or just get a really nice one for them. There's so many different ones, different price ranges as well, but definitely look into that. Next, I have a Bluetooth speaker. I think in general, a lot of guys would like this, but I do know the teenagers to like mid-20s, 20-year-olds, they love music. So having a Bluetooth speaker, they usually end up loving those. Then I have a smartwatch. I would say Apple Watch, but I know they are a little pricey, but if you want to go for it and splurge for a Apple Watch, definitely do that. But I know you can get some on Amazon that are pretty similar as well, do a little bit of the same functions, just without that name, but they still work really well. And lastly, I have video games. This one definitely applies to anybody who plays video games. You can play video games at any age. So if they're playing video games, they have a video game type of system, whether, like I said, Xbox or PlayStation, or they play PC, maybe look around or try to chat to see if there's a certain game they've been hoping to get or want, and you can pick it up for them. I think that's a really great gift. A lot of guys just love video games. There you guys have it. That is my 2023 gift guide for the guy in your life. Remember to consider their interests and hobbies when trying to pick out the perfect gift for them, and don't put too much strain on it. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people just enjoy getting gifts, and if you can somewhat figure out what they're into and kind of tailor it to that, I think they'll love it. It's the time for love, joy, and giving, so don't stress out too much and don't put yourself in a financial strain to give out gifts. Just be around your family and friends and enjoy the time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.